Dear student, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will discuss about various model of Murabha finance. So, as we know, Murabha is a special kind of trust sale where seller clearly mention the cost and sell the product to another person by adding some profit, which is also known to the buyer. In this case, in Murabha sale contract, the cost price as well as the profit is known to the both parties, buyer and seller. Let us discuss various models of Murabha finance practiced by Islamic banks. So there are three models: model 1, model 2 and model 3. So you can see the model 1 is the basic primary model where there are only two parties. There is a two-party relationship, bank and the customer, and there is no third party involvement. Customer directly approaches the bank, identify the assets, collect the details and informations regarding the price and profit, and then purchase the product from the bank on Murabha basis. Bank sell the product to the customer on Murabha basis. After that, customer makes the payment on agreed date, either in lump sum or in installment. Here you can see bank plays the role of trader. In this way, bank assumes all risk as a trader. This is the most ideal and the most Sharia compliant method. Here, normally, bank has to maintain warehouse, godown to keep the assets where customer visit, identify the asset, get the information regarding the price and the profit, markup, and then decide to purchase the product. In this case, sometime after making promise to the bank by the customer may refuse to purchase the product. In this case, bank has to keep the asset in the godown and incur the cost. Bank has to maintain the staff. Bank has to keep a large number of assets as per the requirement of the customers, which increases the cost. Hence, another model was developed. That is model 2, where bank has decided bank will not maintain any godown, any warehouse or asset collection. If any customers, if any customer approaches the bank will contact the vendor or supplier in the market, purchase the asset, and then bank will sell it to the customer with markup price, with Murabha price. So here, three-party involvement is there. Vendor, who is called as supplier of the product. So when customer approaches the bank and give the specification, I need to purchase such and such asset, bank contact the vendors, many vendors in the market, and purchase the specified product. Then bank sells the asset on Murabha basis to the customer. Customer purchases the asset and make the Murabha price on the agreed date either in lump sum or in installment. So here you can see there is a direct dealing by the bank with the vendors. Whenever customer make any request to purchase any asset, bank has many contacts of various vendors in the market and try to explore to purchase the asset at efficient price, at good price, and then sell it to the customer with added profit margin. Here, bank has to maintain its own agent, goes to the market and purchase the asset on behalf of the bank. Everything is maintained by the bank and vendor. Customer has no involvement. Customer has to only place the request and then purchase the asset. In this case, what happened later? Many times when customer places the order, I want to purchase such and such asset with these specifications. Bank on the basis of those specification purchase some asset from the market to vendors. Later, customer denies to purchase the asset on the excuse that the asset is not meeting the requirement. That the asset is not in accordance with the specification what he has mentioned and refuse to purchase. In that case, the bank has to either keep the asset with itself or sell it in the market at lower price or return it to the vendor at whatever price. So this was a problem. The third model was developed where bank has given much involvement to the customer. You can identify the asset and purchase the asset as the agent of the bank. From the market, bank will make the payment and then the asset will be sold on murabaha basis between the customer and the buyer. So that after purchasing the asset as an agent of the bank, customer cannot give any excuse not to purchase the asset because already customer has identified the asset, customer has identified the vendor from the market, and customer has taken all specification to investigate, then customer has no ground to refuse to purchase the asset. So this is the three-party relationship: bank and vendor and customer. Bank on one side and on another side, vendor and customer. So now let us see in detail all these three models. First model, the simplest possible model, appears when the transaction involves two parties, only bank and the customer. So here bank is also the vendor and supplier, sell the asset to this customer on deferred payment basis. From Sharia perspective, as I told, it is an ideal model. So let us see the graphical presentation of model first. You can see the first stage. Customer approaches the bank to purchase a specific asset, a specific item. Bank is maintaining as a vendor, as a supplier, all these assets in its godown. Bank sells the asset on murabaha basis with added profit margin by disclosing the cost, real cost, and by added profit margin to the customer. And third stage, customer makes the payment on agreed date, either in installment or in lump sum. So this was the model one, phase one. The customer approaches the bank, vendor, and identifies the asset and collect the relevant information, including cost and profit. Phase 2, bank sells the asset to the customer, transfer the ownership to the customer at certain Murabha price. Phase 3, customer pays Murabha price in lump sum or in installment on agreed date. There is only 3 phases. Model 2. In most cases, transaction involve with third party, the supplier, because bank is not expected to engage in sale of many products, various products required by many customers, because bank is not a trading agency. So bank directly deals with the vendor and purchase the asset. Whenever customer makes a request to purchase any asset, so here the bank sells the purchase asset to the customer on cost plus basis. There are two different sale contracts at different point of time. First between the bank and the supplier, and second between the bank and the customer. So now let us see the model 2 graphical presentation. On one side customer is there, on the other side bank is there. First customer goes to the market and identify the vendor and the asset, and then approaches the bank. I need to purchase such and such asset from such and such vendor. What bank will do? Bank, after getting the promise of purchase by the customer, bank will contact the vendor and purchase the asset. Here, vendor or supplier will transfer the ownership of the asset to the bank. Bank will receive the asset directly. There is direct dealing between the vendor, between the supplier and the bank. There is no involvement of customer. Then, after receiving the product from the vendor, bank will sell the product, bank will sell the asset to the customer on Murabaha basis. That is the fifth stage. Sixth stage, bank, customer will make payment, will make Murabaha price, payment of the Murabaha price on agreed date. Either it is 6 months, 1 year, or 2 year, whatever period has been agreed between the two parties. So customer will make payment either in installment or lump sum. So this is the model 2 phase. Phase 1, customer identifies and approaches the vendor or supplier of the asset and collect all relevant information. After getting all the relevant information, customer approaches the bank for Murabha financing and promise to buy the asset. Phase 3, the bank makes the payment to the vendor directly and purchase the asset. Vendor deliver the asset and transfer the ownership to the bank. Then phase 5, bank sells the asset to the customer on cost plus basis and transfer ownership. Phase 6, customer pays Murabha price in lump sum or in installment on agreed date. Now, let us see the model 3, banking Murabha. So this banking Murabha is mostly practiced model in banking, Islamic banking nowadays. So we will see in detail. The product of Murabha, you can see the Murabha financing, which is being used in Islamic banking as a mode of finance, is something different from the classical Murabha, which is normally used in normal trade. So this banking Murabha is called as Murabaha to the purchase order. Al-Murabaha lil-Amir bishira. The contact of Murabaha to the person, the purchaser to the buyer, who places the order. Let us see the graphical presentation of the model third. So here also, on the one side, customer is there, on the other side, bank is there, and all the dealing will take place. First, Customer approaches the bank. I need to purchase an asset, such an asset from the market. So here there is bank will appoint the customer as its agent. You are my agent. You can go to the market, identify the asset, and search the vendor and purchase the asset on behalf of the bank and inform to us. We will make the payment. So here there is two roles. First, bank makes an agency agreement with the customer. Customer become the agent of the bank to purchase the asset. The purpose is, in future, customer should not refuse on the excuse that the asset or the product is not in accordance with the specification what he wants. So you can see in the second stage, there is an agreement, agency agreement between the customer and the bank. Bank appoints the customer agent. Then in the third stage, as an agent of the bank, customer goes to the market, search the vendor, identify the vendor, identifies the asset, and inform the bank. I have identified the asset to purchase. In this case, bank has two options to make the payment. The first option, bank can make the payment. Bank should make the payment directly to the vendor or supplier. That is the preferable option always. The second option, fifth stage, you can see the bank will transfer the amount to the account of the customer, and the customer will make payment as an agent of the bank to purchase the asset. Once the customer has purchased the asset, customer will inform to the bank, I have purchased the asset. Then after that, another agreement will take place, buy and purchase, which is called as Murabha transaction. From this point, Murabha transaction will come into existence. Bank will sell the asset to the customer on Murabha basis. That is the sixth phase, where offer and acceptance will take place between the bank and the customer, and the item will be sold to the customer on Murabha price. The seventh phase, the customer will make the payment, Murabha payment, on agreed date, whatever it is there, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year. The customer will make payment to the bank either in installment or in lump sum. So this is the whole process. You can see Murabha financing is also called as markup financing, cost plus profit financing. Markup means something which is added as a surcharge on the real cost, called as markup. So here what happened? The seller add some surcharge as a profit on the real cost. Cost is disclosed and the profit is agreed between both the parties, and the product is sold. Thank you very much.